In the early hours of March 19, 2006, flames engulfed a quiet home in Port Orchard, Washington. When the fire was finally extinguished, the remains of 47-year-old Linda Malcolm were discovered in the ruins. But what first looked like a tragic accident soon spiraled into a chilling mystery, one that, to this day, remains unsolved. This is the story of Linda Malcolm. A woman whose life ended in horror, and whose death continues to raise more questions than answers. Welcome to Lost Chronicle Files. Subscribe and hit the bell icon to uncover more real-life mysteries. Linda Malcolm was known in her community as kind, hardworking, and generous. She lived alone in a duplex at 721 Farragut Avenue in Port Orchard, a small city nestled in Kitsap County. A mother, a friend, and a beloved neighbor, Linda had no known enemies. She worked in local retail and was active in her community. Her life, like many, was simple, but full of quiet meaning. But on one cold Sunday morning in March 2006, everything changed. At around 3:30 a.m., neighbors heard a loud popping sound. Moments later, the night sky lit up as flames erupted from Linda's duplex. Firefighters rushed to the scene. The blaze was intense, but they managed to control it before it spread to the neighboring unit. When they entered the wreckage, they found something horrifying: human remains, later identified as Linda's. But something didn't add up. According to the autopsy, Linda didn't die from smoke inhalation or burns. She had been dead before the fire started. And not just dead, she had been murdered. The autopsy revealed injuries inconsistent with an accidental death. Though the details of her wounds have never been fully disclosed to the public, officials confirmed she had suffered blunt force trauma. She had been beaten, possibly even killed hours before the fire was set. The fire? It was a cover-up. Investigators now faced a different case, not an accidental death, but arson and murder. Someone had intentionally set the fire to destroy evidence. But who? And why? The Port Orchard Police, aided by the Kitsap County Sheriff's Office and the Washington State Patrol, launched a full investigation. They interviewed friends, family, and neighbors. They checked phone records, financials, and surveillance footage from nearby streets. But soon, they hit a wall. There were no signs of forced entry. No obvious suspects. No clear motive. And then came another problem: evidence had been destroyed by the fire. What little remained was tainted, fragile, and inconclusive. Days turned into weeks. Weeks into months. And then, years. Police followed up on multiple leads, but none led to an arrest. Rumors swirled around the small town, but nothing could be substantiated. Some locals suspected it was someone Linda knew. Others whispered about a stranger, someone who had been watching her home. There was also a persistent theory: Linda may have uncovered something, or someone, she shouldn't have. But without physical evidence or credible witnesses, the case stalled. The file was marked cold. Linda's family was devastated. Her children lost a mother. Her friends lost a confidant. Her community lost one of its own. They held vigils. They put up flyers. They pleaded with the public to come forward with any information. In interviews over the years, family members have begged the killer, or anyone with knowledge, to break their silence. But as the years rolled by, hope slowly began to fade. Still, Linda's family never gave up. Let's explore some of the most prominent theories about Linda Malcolm's death. Theory 1, a personal vendetta. Could Linda have had an argument or falling out that turned deadly? Investigators found no documented threats, but it's possible someone close to her was hiding a dark side. Theory 2, a botched burglary. Some suggest it could have been a break-in gone wrong. But nothing of value was taken, and there were no signs of forced entry. Theory 3, random violence. A random attacker. A drifter passing through town. Perhaps. But Linda's quiet life and lack of known enemies make this less likely. Theory 4, someone she knew. Perhaps the most likely. Linda was murdered before the fire, possibly by someone who was let into the home. Someone she trusted. But again, no arrests. No names. Just theories. As of 2025, the case remains open but unsolved. Linda Malcolm's murder is still officially listed as a homicide. Authorities have periodically revisited the case, hoping that new technology or a fresh tip might break it open. But so far, no arrests have ever been made. Linda's story remains one of Kitsap County's most haunting cold cases. A mother. A neighbor. A woman whose life was taken far too soon. Who killed Linda Malcolm? And why did they try to erase her story with fire? Maybe the answer is still out there, buried in silence, or living among the people of Port Orchard. Puzzle piece. If you know anything about the case, even the smallest detail, please contact the Kitsap County Sheriff's Office. Bell, like, comment, and subscribe to Lost Chronicle Files for more unsolved mysteries and true crime investigations.